Okay, okay. Yes, this is roughly where we left off. We'll let this load in, and we'll wait a few minutes. Right, okay, that was tab. Turn on, examine. Right. Oh yeah, I do go grab something, didn't I? What did you grab? No, that's what I have. Cracked data. Heirloom auto pistol. No, you're gonna be a tank, right? You're gonna be up close. Okay, info. Talents, grant. Okay, right. This dual weapons combat. Solid projected weapon has increased 50% over penetration. Oh, premium quests must not have features. That is the okay. Right. Right. I think I know what's happening now. Right. Oh, so welcome.
Wait. Bright, pure color. And it's all riddled with horrible veins that carry the poison of fear and pain throughout its body. Who are you? Why are you crying?
If the witch is talking about the enemies of humanity who set upon this abode of noble navigators, then our weapons will soon dispel their wicked misery.
Yeah, at the current moment, I might have to try to find, right, like a commissar, right, or something, right, just to keep her in fucking line.
Over.
The course was mutilated by a force, right, far beyond any mortal capacity. The faces are twisted in pain, and the hands are fused, right, with improvised, right, weapons, tools, scissors, and cutlery. I think it's this way I need to go. Yes.
Accomplished.
Right, let's see. Anything around... Ooh.
Pay attention.
Nice.
Cast your eye there.
Suffering will make
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to
right,
decay.
use, steal that, you. Right, use. Right. Everybody group that. Right. I want...
Duty prevails.
Right.
I better myself through my service.
Disarm those traps because... Right, let's get over here. What the fuck's happened here?
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Most of these unfortunate souls took their own lives by slicing their guts open. That cannot be healthy. I do have a few things to talk about in this one. Surprisingly, I did do a little bit of looking about. Okay. Collect all use and collect them. I was about to say, well, where did this all go? Let's stand firm. We must not let the miscreants defile House Osilia. Osilion? Oshelion. Fire at will for House Osilion. You got a more robotic arm. Sorry. I just need to zoom in. Now look how cool that looks. You're Medicaid, the God Defender. God. Okay, right. Right. I will get there. You get as far across as you can. You get there ready to shoot. You get there. Alright, let's see. God defenders are all in battle. All I wanted to do is get over there. But no, I know I've got a few things to talk about. Some's gaming related, some's not. I'll read this and I'm struggling to see this. Okay, right then. First one I've got, I only heard recently, but apparently the video right that they talked it in was over a week ago. Nah, a week? Not a week.
I am the chosen weapon that will crush the
right, the video that I got the information from was recorded and posted a week ago. I can't do much else.
This is beyond me.
Because there's nobody within me. Jump range, don't have that.
I cannot
I can't do that. And it was, the video stated that
we prove our devotion.
Sweet Baby Defenders raid. I can't remember what the names were. I just didn't write it. I just forgot to write it down. And then it's pretty much right. These few people, right, are mass deleting posts that they have they've stuck right onto like that I had on X, is it called? Twitter. Right, pop that.
I'd rather not.
Pop that. Right, and they just deleted right like pretty much all their fucking retweets right, because they've currently got a lawsuit going on. Right, and
means nothing.
yeah, let's get that pushed up a bit and see if
commands, I act.
that. No, do you know what? Let's run there, and let's see. That's like 0% chance to hit those. I can fucking more or less murder myself.
I will bathe this battlefield in
We'll do that.
fury.
They'll probably. I was about to say there was a good chance right that we could have hit and killed the cover that they have. See, the cover took a little bit of damage there. Alright, but those Sweet Baby Defenders right there. Oh, well, that's how the video described them anyway, right? Can't guarantee.
I'm not so sure. Anything is?
Can't guarantee that they actually are Sweet Baby Defenders, but I do know the names. Right, yes, analyze. Right, and I mean, it's like the names are normally remotely involved, right, with like Sweet Baby Inc. and stuff like that.
And so shall it be done.
Hey, come on, I can.
Suffer this.
I know I can jump there and hit him.
I can't allow myself to do this. Stay vigilant.
But no, they've set up a lawsuit, right, against somebody who keeps reporting, right, on their bullshit, right, that they keep spewing. But they've took this person. Fuck me, that was a lot of damage. You run there, and can you hit him? No, just go there. Mate. And then I can find out. Then run there. That should give you a little bit of cover, yeah. And pop that. Right there, end turn. They're gonna shoot. I am surprised I have not took like a massive. There's an injury. Right, injury. Ah. Fuck's sake. Didn't equip that skill, did I? Looking useless. Useless as I am. No, because I'll get in the crossfire of him. Let's see. That apparently hits both of them and misses my guy, so I'm gonna do that.
I act.
Nicely done. And reload. Because you're gonna need to. Nah, do you know what? Fuck it. Just screech that, will you?
Was that you?
Thank you. You know when you... I'm a fuck raid using that on you, I'll use that on myself. Right, let's get to there and do that.
Actions will speak louder than words. Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Jump there. It's not going to do much, but I'm going to use this.
I cannot.
Ah, you prick. It's just out of me fucking range. I wish I could reverse fucking things. Ah, what a prick. If I knew that right, I would have went after him. Yeah, and I've got no gun to switch and shoot at him. Prick. No, but no, they've set up a fucking... no, I'm fucking getting so distracted, aren't I? Haha, you can't touch me. Ow!
My place is at the fore.
Right. End. Really? The dude like took no damage and you healed him?
Doubt is for the weak.
Sister, you had
I'll do it.
one job. Legit. One job. And that was to shoot him. Better than that. But I'll forgive you. Because you're a moron.
They who discern the future on the battlefield.
Luckily, they are both stood right next to each other. I can't cast that on that.
On it.
Cast that on that him. And then cast
Anything else?
that on him as well. Fucking no armor. That'll be grand for me. That won't reach. Neither will that. Just. Now here's the fun part. Move there. Just move there. Go back to this.
I will not be deterred.
And which one should we dance on with lips to?
May my wrath be thy undoing.
Wow,
Another step towards our ultimate victory.
there we go. Look, that was beautifully done. End turn. Of course, you'll start shooting down here. You run there. End turn. Yes, run there.
As the Emperor
There we go. That one was close. Yeah, I don't think I got that. I didn't choose that, did I? Lifetime scars. Yeah, no. That's what I needed. Right, agility and willpower by 5% for every trauma. What have I lost due to this injury? Right, an injury received from a trap raid or sudden large amounts of damage, if not removed with a med kit, will turn into an old injury. Too many injuries just to character's resolve. Right. Resolve. Resolve influences how effective and for how long characters can fight in battle. Is resolve down here? Okay, so this, which will increase the character's willpower and agility. Right? What does willpower do? Willpower and agility. So it's good, but it's probably good right during the fight, not any other time. So I will get all use to let someone search the bodies, please. I'm right here, so I can search these. Get over there, search them. Got that one. Right, do the law.
The duty prevails.
Nice. Right, there's quite a few goods over here still. Ooh, shotgun pistol. Oh, I think that's what it's meant to be anyway. Could be wrong. Okay. There. Mutated flesh. Hey, I don't think there's anything else over there. There's a door up there. Right, everybody kind of group up if you can. See, look, knew there was fucking more shit. Intercept a conversation between security officers. Right, I'll read that in a minute. Library full of treaties. You.
What advice do you seek? Let me help.
With you at my side, victory is within our grasp. The Emperor protects.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treaty.
Even in the darkest
Your
moments,
seneschal is always there for
is
you.
hope.
This wound will make a fine scar.
Your aid will not be
Alright. What's behind this door?
We are bound by the blood of masters.
Whispers crave entertainment.
Right, you stop here.
The Emperor favors me today.
Damn war. If we'd been in real
Navigator
space,
flash.
I'd have.
Are you still going on?
Wailing witch. Every voice that sounds in your mind is a whisper of the archenemy.
Right.
The premonition runs true.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
That's fine, man. Go on. Dismantle.
Duty prevails.
Open. Get in. Go collect that.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Right. So before we move any further on, pause. No. Like, what the fuck did I do to really get bring that up? P? Right. Okay. I thought P was close. Got no idea what any of that does. Right. Aye. So, Sweet Baby Defender massively came out and set up a lawsuit right against a YouTuber that was calling them out right on the bullshit, which as they should. Now this certain person right was also also hired right by what was the term right their company used? Game journalists, right? That's what she was, a game journalist, but she pissed on every game. If the game didn't have these few features, right, the game was shit in her eyes. It didn't beat the shit out of white people, the game was shit. If it didn't have, right, somebody, right, of colour or a woman, the game was shit. If there wasn't any options, right, to have trans, the game was shit. And, like, there's stuff along those lines, right? Like what the left, right, was pushing, right, for many days. And normally I do just a video about this, right, but I thought I'd do this do a stream on this right for a bit as well. Since I actually like this game, and so if I can do the story mode of this, I can actually skip through everything else right on me videos. Aye. So, but like on Twitter, right, they were posting like a bunch of shit, right? Apparently this one of these people, right, got fired from their job because they were anti-Semitic. I think that means against Jewish people, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, but that was apparently one of the things, right, that she got fired right from the company. But on her tweets, right, and everything, right, on Twitter or X, she posted, right, that she left the company willingly, right? She didn't get fired, she left. Turns out she got fired, and that's what one of her bases, right, for the lawsuit. Slander, harassment, right, to the point, right, where a company fired her. And like the anti-Semitic, right, apparently, right, like I think that falls under slander as well, right, but apparently that's a separate like lawsuit that she's doing against this person. That he came out, right, and he was telling people that she was anti-Semitic. Now, after post like filing this lawsuit, the YouTuber is busy gathering funds, right, to support, right, as like to get his like to like hire lawyers, right, and support, right, as law fund, right, lawsuit, right, because it's a fucking stupid lawsuit. But this lassie, right, and another person, right, who's probably right with her, right, to file this lawsuit, are mass dumping, right, and mass deleting their tweets, their old tweets. I was like, one of them had deleted, within the last 30 days, 300 tweets. The other one, some days, she normally post, apparently, like the first person who, like I think the main person who's doing this, right, lawsuit, normally posts about 20 to 24, right, tweets, right, a day. Apparently she deleted that many tweets, right, in one day, that it was minus 24 tweets. So what? If my maths is correct, and my math might not be, she posted 24 tweets. And then she deleted 48 of her old tweets. Now, according to this YouTuber, right, who is getting, right, sued, I'm getting all my information, right, second hand from other YouTubers who have talked to said YouTuber. I cannot remember any names. The person who I found it from was Demion? Demion? I think it's a Demion, right? I'm not quite sure. A lot of me things, right, are going to be talking about him, right? Because he is who I've recently watched. And he's one of the about 5-6 people, right, that I get a lot of my information from. But he apparently talks, right, to this YouTuber, right, and I'm going to post, right, the video, right, of like where I've gotten like a lot of this information from in the description, right, of the video when it jumps up on the YouTube. If nobody's in me stream right at the current moments, but if somebody does, right, and they want to know it, like the links, right, and all that, right, I'll set up the links. Now, not everything that everybody, all these people that I get information from, right, I believe that I agree with, but mostly I do, right? Not always, but I would say about like 80, 85, 90, 95% of the time, right, I do. But this person, right, his lawyer stated that with them filing this lawsuit, they are not allowed to delete these tweets because it goes against them, right, in court. It's illegal while they're filing this, right, their lawsuit, especially when it's against slander and stuff like that. And plus, the lawyer states, right, due to the fact, right, of how the internet is, the tweets, right, even after they deleted them, the tweets aren't gone, right? The tweets aren't gone. The lawyer can easily get them back, right? The lawyer states, right? But the YouTuber stated, right, that they don't need it, right? Because a lot of the friends and stuff and other YouTubers have done videos reviewing these tweets, right, that some of these people have said, right, and deleted. So they've got saved images and videos, right, of these tweets to show to the judge, right? So them mass deleting these tweets isn't doing anything for them, right? It's just making them look worse, which is stupid when they were the ones who filed the lawsuit. And I think this might have been in the same video, it might have been in the video that I watched, right, not when I first came in. I'm not quite sure. I am drinking, so my memory is a little bit hazy. But Damian Lloyd also stated that companies are switching lanes right now. Since that's what most companies do. A lot of the companies, they will switch lanes. I'll read through this, right? Did you hear the screams? Move? Sir, are you alright? We can't hear anything. Now I see. You're in the league with them. Is this an insurrection? Yes, indeed. Death to the traitors. I would be a very good voice actor. I could probably get away with doing... Sir, what are you doing? Get a hold of yourself, sir. I know you are all traitors. Traitors! All of you! They told me. They whispered. Hey, who are you? I should start equipping some of me guys with some better armor, shouldn't I? I mean, what's your armor you got? Heavy. Well, you're going to be tank anyway, right? So that kind of don't mind you sticking with the heavy armor. But once again, I might give you a pistol. Last 200. You know what? Hold that. You aren't using that. I'm going to give you a las gun. Because you do a single shot of burst. And it's... las guns are fucking incredible in the game. In the Warhammer universe. Right. I was kind of hoping that. You know what? Let's give everybody at least a frag. Even if it doesn't do much for a frag rate is still a frag. I want light armor, you know. You can go with some heavier armor. That actually kind of looks not too bad on you. Right. Your medium dodge penalty 0.75. Okay, so the mesh that you've got is better. Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. Ooh, goods. Ooh. Right. Now, so just to go over right what. Nice. What
be the road that we take.
Right, Waken Crest data. Examine the logs. Right. This is Officer A2. Do you copy? Several generators overheated on lower decks. Chambers A to D are on power detect. Priest crew sent to investigate the problem is not responding. Request back. The officer's speech is interrupted by shouting and recording abruptly ends. Officer H123 speaking. 200 servants have perished due to explosive decomposition in the living quarters. We've located traces of mechanical interference. The preliminary causes is officer sabotage. Crew 5, 6 and 9 are cut off from the main compartments. We have enough oxygen for 20 minutes. May the Emperor save our souls. Fuck me. I would hate to know how long I've got oxygen for. Right. Senior Station Officer, this is the captain speaking. We attempted to contact the Winter Skills Skinion, but something is jamming the signal. We never received a reply and cannot be sure radar was even sent in the first place. A rescue team is not coming. We are on our own, so remain vigilant. Anybody could be a traitor. You hear me? Anybody. If you are in doubt, shoot to kill. The following records are... yeah. The servants close to the children have started butchering one another again. An order came from above to have their remains reprocessed. Negotiations with the Winter Skills raid were successful. A new batch of servants will be arriving in 10 moons. Escort them to the laboratory at once. It is imperative that we increase the new retainers' resistance to the children's powers. Data expunged. Don't know, I've just read this. Right, identity confirmed. Agent Argenio Arcelion data physics classified. Reason for physics classified. Data departure classified. Right, yellow lights right above the control panel flicker right to life, instantly repeating message stream down the fit screen. Warning, damage to technical components A12, B3, D8 and H24 detected. Warning, living quarters L10, L16 and 28 depressurized. Warning, unable to access the station docking system. Warning, energy regulation systems unknown error. The station will transfer over to emergency power. Immediate evacuation of the facility is advised. Warning. And something buzzing, incongruent metallic guts. Several red lumens light up above the fid screen. Required access level. Security captain above. Current access level. Current senior security officer. Break through the machine guardian's defenses. Damn. Awaken. Examine logs. Damn. Right there. Right, switch to main control. All open doors on this level. Continue. Just a lot of binary slogging. Oop! What did I just do? I'm going back in. I want to find out what the logi was. Okay, this door's open. Continue. That one. Yes, the fizz screen lights up with this smattering of unfamiliar green symbols and you are peculiar. Return to the lists. Main of elevator controls. Activate the elevator. Step away. And dialogue. Right. Anything else in here? No, okay, right, everybody.
Blessed is von Valencia's bloodline.
Get in here, let's go.
The whispers told me how.
Ooh, long glass. You are late. You'll probably go on me and fire grenades. I don't really want to lose the luck rate of the coat I've got. I hope there is a way that I can do this without losing it. Because, look, show base outfit on headwear. Oh, I can change the colours. No, I'll stick with black. I like black. I would like to stay with that because that just looks sick. You can't deny that does not look sick. Right. No matter what you see it, that is sick, right? I can keep that. It does give it a tiny bit of increased armor. Right, increases the armor. This armor reduces the income damage by 15%. Increases the chance rate of the character wearing this armor will dodge. Okay. In here. What's in here? Ooh, for some reason the arch enemy Twisted Influence has found its way into the station. Now you can see like it's the twisted flesh and everything. No, that's a lot of servants. Right, okay, back out here.
Let the faith guide my
It was stated with like that a lot of companies have now decided to. What are you? Ooh. You are 100% getting. No, not that. You are getting that. Just because you are a warp seer. I think that, with the warp bonus, is brilliant for her. And you know what? Since you can use the warp, you will have the las rifle. Just looks sick as fuck. That doesn't fit well with your outfit. So I will leave you. I'm not gonna wear it because... Where did the beard go? You still got your beard, it's just slightly hidden. I fucking throw the helmet on, right? They're like, yeah, no, sorry, you can't have a helmet. I was like, what do you mean I can't have a helmet? Heresy has found its way into the walls of the esteemed house. Of this esteemed house. It's the Black Deer. Oop. There was loot up there. I don't like this. Thank you for getting that off. Ooh, X7.
An expected result.
Flesh sample. Okay. I have got a lot of different flesh samples. I got a psi crystal. Biogen, black water, unidentified acid. I don't know how any of that helps. I've got more data. Caustic strength of regents. Right, see as your nostrils, broken glass.
With each step, I forge my destiny
Right,
among
down
the
here.
stars.
They all just lost their minds. Please don't kill me. Right. Goods. Right, this is going to be a case of reading fucking everything. And it's going to be a pain in the ass, I can tell you that now. Right, before I carry on with this, I will quickly go through this. Right, companies to switch sides now, right, because everybody is moving away, right, from more of the AI, right, is everything that a company needs to stand for, right? By all means, I am all up, right, for getting more diverse, right, and equality, right, out there, right, all up for it. I mean, I hate people equally. I probably hate white people more than I hate all people and nurses and doctors and anybody that works for the NHS, right, more than anybody else. while I was working security, I hated white people more than I hated right, any other fucking race. Right? Because white people, we are entitled. Not all of them, but some of them we are. And I remember one case, right, where I had... I'll quickly go over this very, very quickly, right? 2 cases I'm going to speak about. One when I worked retail security, and one when I worked right on the doors. I did retail security raid at a pharmacy raid that was known for to have people right that was addicted right to fuck's sake, I can't think of what it's called, right? But it had like a methadone clinic anyway. I can't remember what the drug rate is called, right? But we just talking about it earlier. But I had that clinic, right? We had always had these people come in, and most of the time, right, these people, right, were fucking shoplifters and stuff like that, right? You wouldn't, if you saw them walking down the street, you would move to the other side of the street, pretty much, right? If you could, you'd go down a totally different fucking street from these people. Not because they looked like they were going to start a fight or anything. Most of the time, it was because you could smell them before you fucking saw them. Right? Honestly, most of them fucking stunk, right? They fucking were horrible. But in this shop, right, I do me walkabouts, right, just to make sure nobody's stealing stuff, right, considering it was Boots. Boots is fucking expensive. And I was walking about, and as I started my floor walk, a black lad came in. Now, this is important, right? Now, this black lad pretty much, he walked the same route as I did. He was just ahead of me. He obviously thought that I was following him. So, after like 30 seconds, right, going around 2 corners. That's all we did, go around 2 corners, because that was me floor walk passing, right? Just to make sure nobody's stealing right from down the steps. Other than that, I stood at the doorway watching people and looking at and keeping an eye on the tills, making sure people actually paid, and keeping an eye on the methadone clinic. I came around these 2 corners with this black guy, and this black guy turned around, span at it. It was like, what's your fucking problem? Why are you following us? I hate people. Like I stated, I fucking hate everybody. I turned around to this black guy, right, and I was like, yeah, pal, I ain't fucking following you, right? This was during, like, Black Lives Matter, right, fucking protests. It was during lockdown. Or it might have been a few days, right, before we had a fucking Black Lives Matter march, right in me town. Right, I turned around and told the guy, I was like, pal, I'm not fucking following you. It's the road, it's the way I've got to walk. You just happened to come in when I was about to do a walk. That was all. I take a slow walk around the shop, right, keeping an eye on everybody. You starting on this is going to make me want to watch you even more, you know that. The guy refused to apologise, because, once again, it was a Black Lives Matter raid there, period rate of the lockdown, so he thought he had the fucking right to do whatever he liked. He didn't like the fact, right, that I challenged him the way that he was talking to us. I turned around and told him, pretty much straightforward and simple, if you don't like being followed, and you don't like us correcting you right back into putting you back into your place, right, because I'm not following you. You just happened to come in when I was doing my floor walk, and you just happened to go the one-way system that every one of us does. Right? It was because it was a one-way system in this shop. Very small shop, but still had to follow the one-way system. So that's what I did as well. He still refused, right, to fucking apologise, right, before his outburst. I was like, pal, if you don't like, right, how this shop runs, and how the security here is conducted, leave the shop. You haven't picked anything up, you haven't bought anything. You can leave. There are bigger boots across the road from one. Go there. Right? And that was roughly where he came right from. That was the direction he came from before coming in. So obviously that Boots didn't have it. Fuck knows why he thought our Boots would. But he got pissy with his. I pretty much told him to fuck off because I wasn't dealing with him. Right? Simply because he was a prick. Right? He was a prick, he was a cunt, he was a... Right? That's all he was. That's the reason why I didn't like him on that day. I had a black lad come in right a few days later. I've spoke about this before. Right? During the Black Lives Matter right protest that was happening mere fucking feet away from my shop. He came in right with a bunch of fucking friends, white friends, and he looked fucking miserable. And I was like, you alright, pal, what's wrong? And just being polite, really, and friendly. And he turned around and was like, me friends have dragged us right to this fucking protest. I don't want to be here. It's got nothing to do with me. Because some fucking idiot right got himself killed. Hey, I don't want to be here. And I was like, isn't this like your Black Lives Matter march, right? Isn't this like what you should be more up for than your friends? He was like, I couldn't give two flying fucks. He was only there because his friends dragged him. Because they needed somebody right to be there, right, who was black. So they didn't look like they were a part of the other side. Because at that time we did have two different protests. We had the Black Lives Matter, and then we had another protest that was going against Black Lives Matter. I don't even think it was like every Lives Matter, right? I think it was just a bunch of fucking racists, right, gathered together to go against this fucking group. So I had police on horse, right, fucking cops all over the fucking place. I didn't have to do my fucking job, right, for a single minute that day. It was fucking great. Because no fucker was going to steal with that many police around. And, but he didn't even want to fucking be there. And I've spoke about this story right a few times. Now I'm going to go right onto the time right when I worked on the doors. Worked on the doors. I had a lassie come out to his, a white lassie, young lassie, coming out to his, right, saying, oh, there's a bunch of Indian men, right, recording this and taking photos of us. I went in. She pointed out, right, who was meant to be recording, right, and taking photos of her. Right, and it was two Indian lads with their partners, right, I don't know if they were wives, girlfriends, whatever. Lovely group of people, lovely, right? Fucking wish everybody was like them. They turned around, right, so I was like, I pulled them right to the side, right, a little bit quieter, right, away from the speakers, right, away right from the hustle and bustle of the middle of the floor, right? And I was like, you're right there. There's a lassie right who's claimed, right, that you're taking photos, right, and recording her and her friends. Do you mind showing us your phone? You don't have to if you don't want to. It's entirely up to you, right? But if you don't, I'm going to take it as a sign, right, that you're guilty. And I have to ask you, right, to leave the place, right, for tonight. Come back tomorrow. No harm, no foul, right? You seem cool right at the current moment with us. I was like, yeah, no problem. They showed us their phone. I went through videos and photos, right, that took. Right? Scrolled all the way down until I saw that it was no longer photos, right, of them in the nightclub. I did not see a single photo where that lassie had been captured. It was literally them taking photos of all four of them together. Right? There was no videos. It was just all taken together. Could have been on Snapchat or whatever. I don't know. Had to go with whatever it is I had. I had to tell the lassies, like, they're not taking photos of you. Right? The four Indian people came out not that long afterwards. Right? I spoke to them. I was like, oh, we're leaving. Because the lassie, right, is looking at what and giving with like dirties and all that, and it's like telling we're right that we shouldn't be that we better not be recording them or taking photos of them. We ended up kicking that lassie and her friends out because she was causing trouble, and that lassie was a white lassie because she thought she was entitled enough, right, and she thought she was the main character fucking vibes, right, that everybody takes photos of her, and she wasn't happy that somebody took photos of her. Nobody's happy to take photos of. But after telling her that no photos were took, she kept pushing the issue. I even split the group up, right? The four Indian people, right? Fucking lovely people. Were away from them, right? Opposite sides, right, of the fucking nightclub. Right? And that's where they stayed, right? Because I was on the inside, so, while dealing with that, I was on the inside, and then I stayed on the inside for a bit. And they stayed away. Not taking photos, dancing, chatting away, buying drinks. They were fucking having a lovely time. The lassie kept moving closer. And then they left because not long after I went back outside. And then the Indian group right left because the lassie was fucking just being a cunt. Well, she was being a cunt, she was being a bitch. There's a lot of other fucking things I can see. But she got kicked out. And then I think it was a few weeks after that, we had to kick some lassie raid out because she was pissed. Absolutely pissed. And she fucking refused to leave raid because apparently she worked for the NHS. And working for the NHS means that she can do whatever the fuck she likes. We told her to fuck off and not come back. She came back that night, right? She was getting barred raid for a month. Pretty much. But I don't know how this works straight out, right, with what I've got written down. But I'm gonna go for it, right? But companies are switching lanes. I think I've said this like 4 times now. Right? Instead of going down right the DEI, the woke right mindset, a lot of companies are trying to go back right to how things were previously. You know. Hopefully, this means game companies, TV shows, TV and movie companies start actually producing stuff for people who actually watch the stuff. You know, like Marvel. By all means, there probably is quite a few female Marvel fans. I just don't think that, like Captain Marvel, I think the first movie, I thought it was great. I haven't seen the second movie, but from the clips I've seen, it doesn't look great. And Tomb Raider. They fucked Tomb Raider up. And for no reason. And keep things to how it was. Update it when needed. But other than that, you don't need to do fucking much. I have to fucking read a lot of the things. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause for... I'm gonna not pause. I'm gonna stop talking about that stuff. But companies are just switching sides, right? Sometimes they'll be leading left, sometimes they'll be leading right. I'm using that because that is the only thing I can think of, right, to describe it. Everybody knows what right and left leaning means, right? Left is like wokeness, allowing teachers, right, to push kids, right, who are underage to decide, right, what the genders are, and letting them know that, oh, you're not a boy, you're a girl, and you're a boy. Yeah, just shit like that, right? Shouldn't be pushed on the kids. I think, like a lot of people state, and the things that I've seen, right, if a 21-year-old, right, in like some states in America, you gotta be 21 to start drinking, and 20 or 25, right? It's like over here in the UK, if you look under 25, we won't serve you drink. Right? We'll ask for ID before we even remotely move a muscle right towards a glass right to get you a drink. Should be how, in my opinion, should be when people should be taught, right, about like becoming transgender, right? Or around that age, when you're fucking actually grown up, not when you're a fucking Ben. I wore pink when I was younger. Does that mean I'm trans? I'm a girl trapped in a man's body? No. Just means I like the colour fucking pink. And at some point, like every TV show, photos, advertise, video, like TV advertisement, TV show, raid shows, at some point, kids will dress up in whatever clothes they can find, whether that's your mom's high heels, your dad's work boots. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter to them, right? They're having fun. Apparently, I wore my mom's high heels once when I was younger. Apparently, so did all my other brothers. None of them have turned out to be a woman. 2 of my brothers have got kids. One doesn't want kids. I haven't got kids yet. And I want kids, but I haven't had them yet. I haven't left the house to meet someone to have kids. But, like, that is where I'm going to end that because I can't be bothered ready to go fucking crazy on that. I'm going to read all the information I've been given. Right, handwritten letter. Okay. I don't know what you do. Right, the data carries an inscription written in neat handwriting. Okay, right, you. Info. Right, let's. Oh, fuck me. Right, experimental sections, right, the children's influence on the psycho-emotional state varies, right, representative of the Imperium. Orsario T Prime. Experiment. H45451. Right, subgroup low bone meal. Test subject, right, except signs of acute stress. Majority pressure. Okay, this is just them going. Subgroup, a paralyzed patient who lost the ability to speak due to the shock caused by a malfunction accident. Male test subject noted that a tingling sensation in the deteriorated tissue during region the Artorians also visited the child. The test subject smiled and started humming, most likely trying to carry some plebeian tune, and then attempted to address the servant who'd brought him food. A lively conversation was prohibited due to the servant's lack of tongue. Okay. Subgroup a defective offspring of Lord P. Ursulian, pronounced unfit for studying the higher arts and navigations, owing to the mutation of a tissue required for installation of the obligatory or augmentation that merges one consciousness with the vessel. Additionally, the display rate and overall feebleness of the mind female test subject mirrors the child's actions for 3 days. On the 4th day, the child became upset after hearing news about the ultimate demise of Amos Cantarella, an officer of her personal guard. As a result, one of the test subjects peeled away several layers of tissues from her face, died from the resultant massive heart attack. Last survivor test subject was executed for attempting to contact child. Okay, so you don't matter. Right, more and more servants are being influenced by the Imperium, and it has nothing to do with the child's more frequent tantrums. We discovered that a corrupted flesh of the mutated reacts most unusual to the crystals we purchased from the Winterscale dynasty. I strongly recommend that finely grinding these regions to the catalyst to catalyze the reaction. Do not use acid under any circumstances, trust me. You will not like having to tend to the burns rate on the next dozen turns in a row. This calls for something more basic. Oh, and one more thing. The Tech Priest blessed the data crypt H410K for the calculated numbers of the Chronos turn, which means it's no longer necessary to remain near the device while waiting for the reaction. The data crypt rate of H40KO malfunctioned over the course of our research. I should remind those Tech Priests to deliver the sacred mechanism of the Magros. Okay, so I need this one. No, not this one. This one? 41K, yes. Alright, okay. Crumble sheets rate of paper with drawings rate of tall woman, dark-eyed monsters painted with fresh blood. Info. Right, Keeper Theoban graciously agreed to provide samples of his skin growths so we could study the influence rate of the rebellious Imperium on the flesh rate of a Navis Nobilite. Just as before, navigators are positively resistant to the relentless currents of the warp. The God Emperor truly does shield some people against corruption and misery. But let us get back to the study of mortal flesh. Untouched by the mutated flesh. Flesh sample with fragments of scales and rudimentary webbed fingers. Okay, so that's navigator flesh. Right, but mortal flesh. Another servant will be carried in shortly. I must regain the organ extracting. I must ready the organ extracting equipment. Adamantine dust and black water. This was the worst idea that could have entered my mind. God Emperor be praised. I'm lucky to still have my head on my shoulders at this reckless experiment. Nevertheless, We did make an important discovery. Adamantium seems to protect the frail flesh of the lowborn to a degree. Having said that, not even the Macerator can handle its temper, so we should probably introduce a more complex compound into the formula. All data related to the experiments are recorded on the data crypt, and we'll get back to them later once I'm done with the experiment. Okay. Have I mentioned that the chunk of meteorite found by the Keeper Felix subjects is completely useless, although its shiny groundlets could be used to make a new print of the child? Yes, I think I'm going to do exactly that. Make new paints, okay. File the transaction rate with the charities are complete. Okay, right, I'm going to go back out because apparently I am missing something.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Right, I've got to be missing something. Got to be missing something. And I don't really want to cheat. Ooh, goods. What are you? Good Major Donald's attempts to nurture one of the finest flowers in the garden. Let's warn, a faithful servant always makes sure that mistress's rooms. Because they'll never offer their mistress the same dress Ray presented earlier in the cycle. Faithful servant offers their mistress a glass of fresh water upon waking. Faithful servant tastes each dish, every drink, before serving it to the mistress. Faithful servant will have mastered the art of styling the mistress' hair. Total time that 5 servants can spend on arranging a mistress's hair. Coiffure should not exceed 3 revolutions. A faithful servant lives for their mistress and gladly gives their life for her as well. A faithful servant. Okay. I gotta be missing something. Black water. Biogel. Right, so it's gotta be the biogel. I'm not sure if it's the adamantium, probably the psi crystal. Probably Navigator's flesh.
Know your duty.
Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass, this. Right, get over here. The library full of treaties. Okay, I know where you are. Get over here. Now, let's look at this. Lady Navigator statue, Locum Street, and new. Okay,
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
there's gotta be something somewhere, right?
I rise above hardships.
Knew I missed something. Noble silk. Oh, okay. And Mars Patton's sword. Right, collect all. You. Mars Patton. Bonus to persuasion. Sure, why not, eh? I've got silk. Okay. Right. That can't be everything, can it?
The Divine watches over us.
You go speak to them. Awaken. Oh yeah, I can't. And
let us walk this path to the end.
Rubius has had his tongue cut off, just like the rest of the lesser servants. It hurts so much, the chest of pain. It hurts so much. Where's the child? Is she safe? The fact that the person is still alive is evidence only barely available. All audio grounds.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Okay, not much I can do over there. I do not see goods written anywhere. Let's go down there, see if there's no. Okay, then. Right, let's get back into here. Okay, so you're trans doctor. Tissue flask, okay. I know it's 41k. It's not black water. Oh, is it? I'll have to double check. Where am I gonna get a flask from? No. Wait, you tell me I don't need any of that shit. I want to stab somebody, you know that. Right, you. What do you do? Blade dancers immediately return to their cell where they started their turn. This movement does not provoke attacks rate of opportunity. If the blade dancer uses death from above this turn, this movement repeats all uses of the ability in reverse. This ability costs 8 wounds to use. Blade dancer select an ally until the end of combat. Attacks made by the blade dancer against enemies who have already attacked that ally gain 40%. Ooh. Right, ability costs all creatures within 1 cell of the effect. The area effect within 1 cell radius, okay. Blade dancer faces a side of their choice right, and immediately ends their turn. Until the beginning of the blade dancer next turn, they can dodge an area attack without moving, or immune to all types of forced movements. Gain 20%. Ooh. Blade dancer next turn inflicts bleeding 8 on all targets hit. These targets must pass a toughness resistance test with a -18 penalty, or become immobilized for 1 round. All enemies immobilized by the captive audience count as full cover for Blade Dancer and the allies when adjacent to those allies. Ooh, that's nice. Blade Dancer target a single enemy found and dispatched as their mark. The Blade Dancer's next attack rate against their selected enemy cannot be dodged or parried. If this attack kills the target, Blade Dancer regains 13 wounds and gains 1 action point along with an additional attack this turn. Ooh. This ability can be used multiple times per turn, but it grants 1 action point and an additional attack only once. Ooh. I'm gonna go for that. And let's see. So that's agility. You know what? I'll go athletics. Right. Completing you. Ooh, right. Endure. Until the warrior's next turn, all income damage is reduced by 2 when the warrior grants. I've already got Endure, don't I? Yeah, I've already got Endure. Warriors marks a target getting 20% armor. Warrior unleashes a terrifying scream, drawing the attention of their enemies and becoming a priority target for any enemy who feels. Oh, okay. Warrior's next melee against and ignores every enemy who survives an attack enhanced by this ability. Will attack the warrior in return, including creatures with ranged weapons. I'll go the breakthrough. The warrior gains slash ability with 1 charge for this round. Slash cannot be used in the same round as charge. Slash dashes through an enemy to a cell on the enemy's opposite side. Makes a melee attack with 6%. Can only okay. We'll do that, and I'll do medicine because you're my medic. You, ballistic skill because you kind of suck at everything else. Oh, what do I... Is it concentrated fire? Soldier rate is double but 20% less damage. All shots will follow random trajectories. That's what I was looking for. I complete you. Okay. I don't want you to do much. Because you are Main Siege. Enemies that fail willpower resistant test against any psycho's physical power will suffer an additional every time they suffer mental damage. Main Thief. Aftershock. Each time the psycho deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of their next turn. Mental Breach. My first time in combat, that an ally becomes the target of a psycho's Blade of Light, Force Weapons, no, Force Reality. I have no idea what I have. Fearbringer, allies on the effect. The Psycho's allies gains a 50% hit chance. The first critical hit removes this effect. Sure, and you know what? You're going to go for ballistic skill because that is what you're going to go into as well. Use that. Tissue flask. Let's use that. You've already got that in. Then let's go biogel. Oh, I've already got down.
With each step,
Oh,
I
good.
forge my destiny among the stars.
Let's see. No, that just blew up. Oh well. That was obviously the wrong one. I've been running around thinking I'm gonna throw things in. Right. Everybody jump across.
Proven myself yet again.
Right. Where's the prick? Felix O'Sullivan looks a little better. His tangled hair is now neatly braided, his wounds are tightly bandaged, and there was some healthy colour under the scales of his cheek. You dealt with the threats and powered the elevator. Well done, I trust you brought the activation right as well. Remember, every second of hesitation may cost my mistress a life. Edra suddenly cocks her head and drives her nails deep into her shoulder, and then starts mumbling. The crossroads. And there are two paths, both stained with blood, both leading to the accused eye. They all wear masks so poor and flimsy that they fall at the slightest touch. One hiding a blind man, another a traitor. Tell me more. What paths? I cannot see. One is paved with blind faith, the other is with hatred and treachery. Both lead to tragedy. You simply have to decide what kind of tragedy you would like. Thank you. Nods tightly and glances at the flecks out of the corner of her eye. The station has enough problems without your sorcery, psycho. I think I've already answered all those, have I? Who's the child mentioned? You meddle with something that you shouldn't have. Should have been left alone. The keeper folds his arm and shakes his head disapprovingly. The child is the station servant. It's what the station servant's called Lady Cassie. Like what fucking hiccups. Cassia, right? For the commoners' dirty mouths must not. For the commoners' dirty mouths, we must not sully her name right by uttering. You see, it is not beneficial for all servants to have their vocal organs altered. Some proved to be more useful when they are still able to speak. Madmen. Gives it a different shrug. That's why they aren't sane. We really healed the ramblings of the retainers who dared to raise their hands against the scions of noble bloodline. The servants alone cannot be blamed for what has happened right on the station. Most corpses I've discovered were either unarmed or feeble. Did you really think mere servants could plan a coup? The senior officers are just as guilty. Half my guard butchered one another because they suspected treason. As for the real culprit, the coup was staged right by those closest to the mistress. Destroying the shuttles should not power and disabling the security system. Too many things require special access. Access available only to the keepers of the station. As I'm sure you are aware, there are two keepers of the station. Your guess is absolutely correct. Theobald Ozarello, right, the demented old man, obsessed with Lady Cassia's right on her power. And are also the one to blame for the woes that have befallen Uruk 5 and our noble line. Listen to the recording of a private conversation between the station officers. You were lenient, very lenient towards them, purposely neglecting security protocols. I was lenient, that is true, and in the end I paid a steep price for it. Just look at the destruction around us. The insurgents have left almost nothing on my home. The keeper spits out the last few words with particular bitterness. I think I could chuck him very far, you know. I just don't trust anybody. I was hoping to find an ally. Right, is it really time to end this? Felix squares his shoulders. Oop, why have I closed that? That's cork in there. Squares his shoulders and gestures to his guards. I was hoping to find an ally in you, but now you are merely delaying the sorrowful end rate of your prepare to die and dialogue. Right. You need to be somewhere safe. You go there. You there. You can go there because... And then you can go over there. Ooh. You're starting us off. Right. Let's... Scan. Right. We'll analyze the enemy. Let's weaken him. Because he's got exploit, expose weakness. Right, and let's. Well, if I'm doing that, let's see. What do you got? Shotgun, Las gun. Shotgun. Right, that's you. Oh, okay,
On it.
deal with him first.
Stop it.
Sorry. Okay. Apparently we did something with Perils of the Warp. Right, let's end. I was really hoping that he was going to die that turn. Where are you going?
Not injured. I'm in.
Ow.
Need your aegis.
Ow!
Pain and
Haha.
we prove our devotion.
Right. Nope. Let's go there. 10 to 15. 10 to 16. Yeah, sure. Do 10 to 16 there.
Shall be crushed like dust beneath my feet.
Nice. Do that.
You have been judged and found wanting.
You died way too easily, my friend. I wonder, can I just...
So it shall be done.
Nah, I might be able to do this. Ah.
The Emperor commands. Actions will speak louder than words.
Damn. Okay, right, I'm gonna... Right, you're over there, you're there, you're there, and you're there. Should have really went for him, shouldn't I? Oh well.
I won't suffer this.
Cunt. Alright, okay, hey. Do me a favour. Right, now, do me a favour, go there. And...
It will be done.
Right, go there, slice in. Just like that.
Victory
Charge
is
it in.
imminent.
Do your
I will
shout.
do my duty. It will be done.
And brace for impact.
Follow my lead.
Ow!
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Ow!
Follow my lead.
Soul shall be.
How the fuck are you still alive? Good. Right, you patch yourself up.
Will not slow me. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Let's see, where can I move you? If I can move you at all. Well, no, I went that. Okay, right, so you're healed. That's good enough for me. You know what, let's swap to that.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Nicely done.
Was that you? Or
Sure, let's scan him. Scan that. There we go. And that is the end of that turn.
Just a minor setback.
Right. Wish it wasn't this far away.
And so shall it be done.
Right. Let's slice them.
Reduced to dust.
do that. Because you can't do anything else.
Follow my lead.
What's you a target?
Yes, you can't touch this. Alright. Can you aim for him? No. Let's see. Let's go there. Now you can aim for him.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone. I'll do it.
What now? Can you make it over here? No. Aim that way.
Emperor commands, I act.
At least one of them fucking hit, right? Not totally fucking useless.
Will do.
Good. Really? Really? You had
But
one
of
option.
course.
One fucking job.
Anything else?
If we're then your turn. Who the fuck were you shooting at? You go there, because I should be able to jump over. No?
This is beyond me. Rejoice in service. I can't allow myself to do this.
Sure, chicken grenade there. Haha. And go there. Press 1.
Victory is imminent.
Slice the back. See? And sure.
No matter the cost.
I'm not interested.
Let's go that again. There we go. Right, search. Shotgun, shotgun. Ooh. Gonna have to try to find out more. Like different las rifles have different patterns. Right. It's like the las rifles that the Acadians use are totally different to the ones that other people use. It's very interesting, really, when you properly look into everything and figure out, oh look, these people have got this one, these people have got this one. Very intriguing. Okay, then that way, sister. Catch up. Your pain's not that bad, pet. Right. Cassia, the pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continuously streams from her scarlet misted eyes. Her spiny gills slightly hidden underneath her disheveled hair twitches nervously at your approach. Cassia, right? Only now you notice a third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by the bejeweled ornament. When your eyes meet, you sense overwhelming, soul-smothering power. Willpower test successful, yea, more experience. You are enveloped right in despairing grief, and an invisible hand recloses around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead, and your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets you to the better you. At the last moment, you master your emotions, and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Ada emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whisper. Ow, ow, ow. As if my own little powers were bad enough, now this one is barging in my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy. Right. Argenta looks right at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head like a white wolf. Overcome the crushing despair. I know why I'm here, and so I will stand strong against any illusion. Okay. Chance 100%, 100%. persuasion test succeeded. She wearily shakes her head, lets out a drawn-out sound, similar to both a sob and a howl of a small wounded animal. What is happening? Someone called my name? Oh, the Pritria is dead already. And you? Who are you? I am Savan Ganreit Gentry von Volcalius. The greatest pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Bottom my manners, right? I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance at a time of such sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint. Theobald, the heavy-set old man who was kneeling nearby, erupts into a low sob. His eyes swollen from crying, dodged us desperately across the room. As through the veil of ignorance, Red has just been whipped away from the child, Lady Cassia. Where are you, secret child? Thorin Berserve. Despite his venerable age, the navigator leaps up and rushes to the young woman's side. You, the old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet black veins. His bulky, milky eyes bear a striking resemblance to those of dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils as if the old man's flesh is rotten inside his decaying husk. My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally, and warning you one wrong move and I'll bring the wrath rate of the house of Osilion down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the whisper or shrieks like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a great offence. Esteemed whoever you are, Abadar places his hand on weapons. Yes, I'll grant you that you do not look like pirates who have come to convert in the riches of the wreck station, or like scoundrels on Flex surface. So who are you? Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always makes an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side. Given that you have not so far drawn your weapons, your intentions are probably peaceful, and so hostile will now ask service of you. Save the life of the child in exchange for future cooperation. Do not hurry to answer, think above it. You can make yourself an ally or an enemy or a house today, you decide. And when the child is sad, we all weep, and when a child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child will is the will of the great reed. To see her phone? For she is the heir of House Osilion. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft. What happened when you Philip, my wayward student, he came right to the station right as a caliph youth. I personally mentored him and trusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another trader. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child, to revel in the powers with others like him, casting our house into the abyss, to defend centuries-long traditions of our house, our family. You can see the fruits right of his villainy for yourself. He decided that he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our Novitas, a patriarch or matriarchy that rules over a navigator house. Okay. The often biological form of mother had to disease. Right, Tis the fauna of Osilion, who led our house traders prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. He sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come to age, and taken up the Novitas throne. Do not trust my errors. Don't trust my errors in my face. I'm twice your age and twice as wise. Take my advice. Trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or the far-fetched ideas of a bright future. Defending myself before strangers, I never thought I would fall so low. The young man looks at the unmoving Cassia and shakes his head in resignation. If the child's lives were not at stake, very well. Well, I have no choice, or proof of my innocence. I can give you the word right as a member of the Navy's Nobilite, if the honest word of an honourable man counts for anything with you. I guarded the station against calamity and insurrections from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols. I personally selected every servant and faithfully protected the child during the coup. What services do you ask? Hope glimmers in the navigator's milky eye. Save the sacred child. Take her away from the station. I fear I do not have long left. The bluish rivulets trickle down the old man's chin. He wipes the mutated blood brusquely away with his sleeve. You glimpse strange burns covering his flesh under his clothing. The slight movement must be causing him unbearable pain. Save the child and deliver her safely to the Regent Otarion, acting head of House Osilian, in the Chronos Expanse. Rest assured that the reward will be worth your effort. I know we came here for Navigator, but after everything we've seen, I've got some reservations about this girl. Really? You? Arjuna looks at Ksenia, and a painful furrow appears on her brow. Such a fragile thing with a heavy burden upon her shoulders. Shrugs indifferently. My service at the house raid is coming to an end. The wounds phallic raid inflicted on my flesh will never heal. I am dying, praise the throne, slowly enough to see the child is taken care of. No, I'm the keeper of the station. I will perish along with my station. On that note, I have other matters to attend to. I believe I made my decision. Is that so? Please share your thoughts. When we need a navigator, so we'll take her. Good, that is good. The old man nervously licks his lip. But do allow us to say our proper farewells. Coughs up more bluish blood. It stains the armor plate right on his chest.
Wake up, my mistress, my sacred child. It is all over now. It is over.
What happened?
You feel the crimson eyes roving over you and your face.
You. I remember you. Have you come to save us?
Child, please, listen to me very carefully. One last time.
The old man bends over in pain and wheezes hoarsely.
Now embark on a voyage with this lord to rejoin the house and its regent in the Coronis Expanse. I will not be able to accompany you on this journey.
Another trickle of blue blood runs down the old man's face, this time from his nose and ears.
No, not you too. Don't leave me alone in this violet-brown haze. You're coming with me. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me?
A hot wave of despair, right? That is not yours, washes over you. Your palms sweat and your heart freezes in panic.
Mistress, I fear this will be your only order that I dare to disobey. I am the keeper of Urac 5, and alas, I have less than a day left in me. Allow me to serve you one last time and honor my final duty to House Orselio. I will remain on the station and destroy the secrets it holds.
Oh, Theobald.
The crimson tears stain the Lady Navigator's white skin. Once again, but this time her power does not make everybody weep along with her. You know what, I'll be a nice person, you know.
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before.
Cassia looks sorrowful at the destruction around her.
What are you going to do to me?
Do not fear what is to come, child. You are ready to guide any vessel. I know this because I taught you myself. And it is difficult to imagine more worthy company than a rogue trader. But remember, your safety is of paramount importance. Get to the Great Regent and fulfill your destiny.
Theobald Osler nudged slowly.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Your Act 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orcelio.
All who can be saved will be given Sukor on board our ship. Fuck knows what that word means. Provide you with every necessary. Naturally, this includes servants. The Lady Navigator ponders your words for a short while.
As a Lady Navigator of House Orcelio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
Okay, let's have a look at the painting. Right, as our paints were rendered right by several different hands for the timid, uncertain lines are right underlaid with rough and ferocious strokes, coming all together in arcane shapes. Well, no one appears to be living in this cage. Somebody still filled the trough right with dried fruit and fresh water. Goodbye. Is there any loot here? Ooh, goods. Sorry, just quickly robbing the place, you know. Ooh, you got some like nice looking things. It's what do you mean I can't add this to cargo? Well, I need to upgrade you apparently. Let's see. Choose characteristic. Well, what are you? Your willpower and perception. Oh, okay. You. Okay. I might have something that I can do for you. You're. Let's see. Let's get some ballistic skill in there. Alright, Navigator starts all turns, including extra turns, with additional free. Every enemy in the Navigator has an line of sight, has its dodge and hitch chance reduced. Ebb and flow. Every even turn, second, fourth, etc. Every Navigator gains an additional action point. Every odd turn, first, third, or etc. Every Navigator gains 20 perception. What does perception do? They can pick out a stray bolt casing in between the awareness skill. Okay, so close you. Bloody Ogre. Enemies damaged by the Navigator suffers 10% additional mastery of time. Whenever an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the Navigator gains a stack and 5 bonus. Under the sea. No. I know. You know what, we'll do that because that seems nice. Whenever an ally uses Hiraga, ally gains temporary. The range of an officer's abilities increased. When an officer uses an ability on an ally, the ally gains a bonus rate on the perception and ballistic skill. No. Personal oversight. An officer targets an ally. We'll throw that on and we'll increase your. Yes, we will increase. Right, there we go. Right. Because you're going to be more or less me commanding character.
We shall reclaim what is rightfully ours.
Quickly go look over here. Now your private library brimming with essays, novels, and personal accounts that are from the trailblazers and explorers of the Imperium. Right, everybody, group up. Let's go. We're just going to be leaving here because there's nothing else to do. Okay. Nah, I was speaking about like the YouTuber, right, Damion, right? He was an ambassador for Gamer Fuel, whatever the fuck it was. Let's see. No, not you. Gamer Subs or. Moment, let's see if I can find the video that I watched. No, not you. No, that's TikToks. Right. No. Oh. Let's see. Was it you? Might have been this one. Just give us a second. Let's see. Gamer Fuel, right? Yeah, so I was right, Gamer Fuel. I don't know, he used to be an ambassador right for that, right? But apparently they sent him a message, right, saying that everything that he stands for, or the way his content, right, is going and what his beliefs are, doesn't suit well with the new management. Right? The guy even states, right, that he doesn't like, right, the fucking products. Right? He was an ambassador because he was getting paid, right, but he wasn't even getting paid that well. But the company, right, dropped him because his views, right, are more along the lines of let things be just fucking logical, right? Let things be fucking normal, right? He was most of the things that he talks about, right, is like games, TV shows, stuff like that, mostly games. But a lot of it is just like, can you please stop making games fucking shit? Stop making games, right, that nobody wants to play. Stop ruining fucking franchises, right? And just stick to what fucking people want. And that's more or less what all he wanted to do. All he wanted to say. Right? And that's a lot of the things what he wanted to do. And that's a lot of the things that he did say. But that all went against, right, what everybody else was doing, right? Especially right at the time. Especially right during a lot of the things, right, before Trump won. It was pretty much who was going against the left, because there was all the left like ideology, right, going into the games, you know. No fucker needs, right, to know the pronouns for a fucking robot, right, in Concord. You know, people are getting pissed off, right, with fucking Marvel Rivals because Marvel Rivals straight outshined fucking Concord massively. And, you know, it does look like a fun game. Haven't played it yet. I do have it in my Steam web's library, just haven't downloaded it. But it was like shit like that, right, and all that. There was like some good points that he brought. I was like, oh yeah, no, this and this is decent. It's like he completed like 100%. He 100%ed right fucking Dragon Age Veil God. And he was like, there was like, he was like the game was shit. But he kept like talking about, like, he gave like more reasons why the game was shit, right, and why the game was bad and why you shouldn't buy it unless you wanted to go through and look at these things yourself. But other than that, he said don't buy it, because the best part of the game was the tutorial at the very beginning. Other than that, everything else fell apart. Even the final quest, right, fucking fell apart, and it just ruined Dragon Age. But Game of Fuel's new CEO states, right, that with the new like guidelines that have been set up, they are going through a lot of their creators and turn around, right, and terminating the ones that don't fit in with, everybody's got to love each other, we've got to do this, we've got to do that, you can't say this, you can't say that. Now, if you don't follow, right, what we're doing, we don't want you. So he's left them. He doesn't care because he said, right, the fucking money that he was earning, right, was fucking pitiful. The guy's got like almost 400,000 subscribers right on fucking YouTube. So even if, like, let's say like fucking 50,000 of them, right, were fucking using his code, there's still a lot of fucking people using his code. The fucking gamer fuel is fucking expensive if I remember. Right. Gamer fuel. No, not gamer subs. Right, let's look. There's a gamer fuel, G fuel, D fuel. Right, accept. Right, let us. Right, I don't care. Is there any way where I can change this rate to fucking British pounds? But no, right, so it's American, right? So, right, let's see. Let's shop and let's just say starter kits, right? A starter kit, right, for a cap, right, and a couple of fucking, right, a 24-ounce shaker cup and 6 servants. 14 quid. Apparently you don't even get the better looks of it. Okay, so you get... So, for the exact same price, you can get the 6 servants into a 16-ounce cup for $14.99. If you just want the 6 fucking starter pack, right, it's $8.99. This is a fucking rip-off. Honest, like, I've got no room to tour because I've just spent really fucking mad money. Let's look at collector boxes. Like 50 odd quid, right, for some anime collector boxes. Assassin's Creed collector box, 40 quid. Like, some of the stuff isn't even nicely fucking done. Like, some of the artwork is fucking shite. I'll fucking stick with me fucking... What is it that I've got from you? No, see, not telling us. I think it... let's see. Come on, go back. Gamer subs. Right. I'm busy drinking, right, like a lot of like me protein shakes right out of cups that I got from that, right, but that was because I wanted, like, from YouTube creators that I enjoyed watching, and I had their own artwork. But like, honestly, everything was fucked. Everything is fucked. Right, this is a hell of a long video. Right, Square Enix has got a mad new company policy. I will go onto that after I talk to I go through this bit. Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator welcomes... Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communication ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first. Your heart starts beating furiously, your breath rate comes short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice, right, that the fig dress is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source, right, of this sudden wave of unease. Cassia, without even looking at the Foxmaster, Cassia waves her way. First, I wish to speak to the rogue trader. Leave us. Foxmaster fidgets. Of course. When you are ready for the ritual, please let me know. Wait, are you telling my crew right to fuck off? Like, seriously, where's fucking security? I bet she better not have her fucking security here. Sweeps a pensive gaze over Fidris, then lowers her lashes very slightly and turns to you. What do you wish to speak about? Before I begin the ritual, I wish for you to look once again into the eyes of the man whose fame, right, is so great, right, it managed to penetrate the imperial walls of Unic 5 long before we ever met. It truly is you. So I found Glenn, the person the whole expanse, the Catholic sector, is taught about, and now a rogue trader as well. After a few seconds, hesitations, Cassia lets out a small exhale, and then raises upon her chin. I've not yet thanked you, Raid, for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped. But you acted honourably. Okay. And did not exploit me in my wretched position, and for and for that I'm immensely grateful. I'm also deeply grateful for you to save my servants, especially my valet. Uwe Raid served Raid on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me right during my journeys right through the Imperium, Immaterium, which is the warp, and what to serve for me for breakfast. His presence envelops me in a cloak of amber. I kind of want to know what she wants for breakfast now. What if it's fish eyes? She's got that look that it's fish eyes. You know, she's got gills. Fish eyes, don't seem a far-fetch. But now, Cassia Ray throws back her shoulders. I'm ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rites. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paint you have, but no red. Why do you refuse red? Uwe will give of his blood before the ritual, as always. I shall, honestly, if she can make all of our fucking raid station cry and all of our station fucking laugh, it's best probably to fucking allow her to have her shite. Imagine you piss this one off. She'll make fucking everybody raid who that feels a willpower check. Fucking turn against you. Fuck that shit. Give her Raid everything she needs. Cassia nods and thanks. I shall take my leave for you, Raid, for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me. A few can suffice to gaze on my warp eye when it is opened. Oh. Right. Foxman, you want to speak? Lord Captain, I have overseen the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge, and may the Emperor lights help us all. Because earlier as a young heiress rid of Navis Nobility house. Okay, right, the Fox cast train in Sanctum Navis picks up the of cloves and pious chanting and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice right of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence, initiating a communication ritual. Come here, Uwe. An exultant ring of metal freed from its scarab, the low sob of a servant, the rhythmical drips of liquid on canvas, faint whisper of a brush. Go, footsteps hurried away. I see a violet of vortex slashing on an ocean with millions of flails, and umber shadows right spinning over the surface in a fierce dance. A storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog, and path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the walls of glass, the daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother, and the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her. No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. Foxmaster recoils at Cassandra's words and accidentally snaps one of the conjugator's levers. The panels beneath his fingers emit sparks, and the Foxcasters fall silently. She quickly flips a series of switch and bows guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting out the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now, and it will not happen again. Soul shredding screams right down the fox drum, and the servants right in the sanctum are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain. Their throats roar right from the stream, and then suddenly silent. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate. It appears that the servants were part of the Lady's Navigator's rite, as it was right for the predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Navis after the ritual, or what is left of them. Road Trader, I fear I have unfortunate news. Endless blackness has spread across the canvas. The fight of what should be whole in two. I may say I cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around, and my brush only draws me onwards. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale and rustling fabric, metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. The vessel's temperament presented the challenge. Its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely, even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other, Now I'll retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you need for me. Sorry, fucking coughing horribly recently. Oh, Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time. Several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report the conditions on the station. Had you opted to begin your visit rate by... If you opted to begin your visit rate to the rank card system with different destinations, the system could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representation of the Navis rate nobility brought us precious time. We're gonna either focus our efforts on disabling the station and procuring technology components right for our own vessel, or attempt to save as many valuables as possible. Ooh. Ooh. Right, I'm a thief. Profit gain, as your command, Captain. With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for the engine Seat Prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of an oversight of an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and much more importantly, we have not yet located Henrix von Kallax, the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not on raid Uruk 5, so we should keep this in mind when making any future plans. Certainly, Lord Captain, if you're interested, this week passed with a record low raid rate of minor disturbance on lower deck. A senior technomac raid from Shift 8 came up with a new formula for lubricant used in the kitchen servitor's implant maintenance. The quartermaster of the store compartment 11 reported recently that we are spending raid ceremonial decorations at least 20% slower than expected, which means we have enough tablecloth, carpets, lamps to last us 15 years of grand receptions instead of 10. Even considering that some of the stock was burned during the cultist attack on the vessel. As it pleases you, Lord Captain. Give us a second, I'll be back in a moment. I need a toilet. Right, okay. That was just funny. That. Right, we'll go over here to this unidentified ship. Well, Captain, there's a commotion on the officer's deck. The lady navigator has left the quarters and is currently in the wardrobe, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Cassia right to the deck. Sure, right. While we're going through here, Square Enix, right? Is that a short one? No, but this one is. because like a lot of books right for Warhammer 40k are not sold, right? Like a lot of Horus Heresy is no longer in production, so a lot of the other books are as well. Sometimes we get omnibuses, right? That just put all the books into the same. Now I heard a 40k. So somebody was talking about a 40k right story, right, about how salamanders, right, pretty much one salamander give his life. Well, he went to rescue a boy, right, a human boy, right, from the lava pits. Now the lava was swallowing up, right, this metal platform, right, that this boy was on, right. This was what this gentleman said, right, that I was watching. Can't remember who said it. And as the salamander jumped across the lava pits after burning down his heavy weapons, right, he lands on this platform, and with his extra weight, because this salamander was bigger than the normal salamanders, caused this metal platform to start dropping down, right, and sinking faster into the lava, because it added weight and all that. And as he jumps across the lava pit, with the very minimum range right left right in this platform, right, with this boy right on his shoulders, he doesn't make it all the way. And he starts slowly sinking right into the lava, slowly melting away. And he chucks the son, right? He chucks the boy, right, this human boy, right, to one of his brothers to catch, and his brother runs off with it. And that is what this person had told me. Now I remembered that recently, right? That it was a few weeks ago, right? I heard this story, maybe months. But useless information like that, right? I remember. So I'm busy reading the Lords of Nocturne, right? The Salamanders omnibus, right? So far, great fucking read. I'm probably about a fifth of the way through, and I've got up to that very point where the big hefty salamander jumps onto the metal platform to save the boy right after burning down his heavy weapons. But in this one, the salamander doesn't die. Now it could be a totally different story, but everything else right, that gentleman right had said, right, or the AI voice had said, I can't remember, watched that many different things, was pretty much spot on. Boy trapped right on a metal shaft, right, on top of an excavator, right, on too scared, right, to move, right, as the lava consumed, right, the platform, and the excavator himself. Space Marine, right, jumped across, made the platform, right, sink even further, and as they jumped across, in me book, the Space Marines landed on the other side, shouted on his brothers, before carrying the boy away, right, from the tunnel that was slowly being filled with lava, because the planet was dying. But the gentleman, or the YouTube video that I saw, was like, he doesn't make it across. He stops about halfway, too far right into the lava pit, right, for his brothers, right, to rescue him and pull him out. But just enough space, right, that he can chuck the boy at one of the other Space Marines and make him live. Everything is pretty much described, right, in my book, more or less the same way, right, as this video was that I watched, and nothing, not one of the, like, and they both ended totally different. Now, not saying that the video that I watched is wrong, they could have changed it slightly, but it's like, unless the gentleman, or the person, right, or AI, or whatever the fuck it was, right, had just misremembered the story wrong. That is tight. That is possible, and it could be I'm remembering the story wrong. Could be possible, but that it was useless information, right, that I don't need, right. It was stored away, so until I really need it again, and I started reading this book, started getting to roughly around the point, right, of when that bit of information would have been relevant. I started, right, and that's when the information came back to us. Like, I just listened to it. I even remember, right, the artwork that they used, right, for it. There was some cool ass artwork. But the stories just don't match. Right, I'm hoping it's that there's two different stories, but the similarities are too fucking great. So it's either the author's changed his things slightly, which I hope it is in their case, or the person right on the video had misremembered the story wrong. Well, let's get into this.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance.
The living navigator is engrossed in perusing the dusty tomes, which appear to have been neglected by other officers. Wait a minute. Didn't we have a fight in this room? We did, didn't we? Yeah. Because killed people, yeah, and people came up from up there. Okay. Maybe because of the sloth, right, or dullness of mind, when you walk closer, Cassia, right, looks up at you, starts and hides a weathered book behind her back. I see you're fond of reading.
Oh, this.
This carefully shows you the book, which turns out to be a collection of works of the Canadian naval commanders and poet.
I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing.
Continue.
Yurak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course.
I know.
Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed to escape into the pages of more embellished works.
Cassia very gently brushes the dust off the cover with her thin clawed hands, her eyes filled with longing after reminiscing about her last home. Oh, fucking ill.
One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you.
Cassia responds in reserve and pointedly decorous, clearly intended to create a distance between you. The my servant's not.
No, it is not that at all, Lord Captain.
She nudged generally to her servant.
He is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Are you sleeping with your servant? Cassia cringes ever so slightly, adjusting the adornment on her forehead and awkwardly hides her clawed fingers right in the folds of her glove. The unnatural appearance of the navigator often becomes a topic of castle pride among lower servants and officers alike. It is surprising then that Cassia prefers the company of one who is used. And it is unsurprising than Cassia, right?
There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis nobility. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting.
Yeah, calm down, pet.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I.
After an awkward silence, Cassia frowns and pursues her lips.
I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Frightened by her own words, Cassia covers her mouth, peels and blushes, and then peels again and hides her face behind the cascade right of her snowy white hair. How do I want to play this? Right? She is kind of like a child. And that is a sick as fuck portrait. Right? She's a mutant that is sanctioned by the Imperium, which is great. You're not going to apologise. Human emotions are natural, right? Be they good or bad, it's natural to share them with others. I'm beginning to think, Lady Cassia, that the feelings I have for you are far more complicated than common sympathy. I'll try to be smooth tongue one now if it was me the criminal lord, right? You know, that try to smooth tongue me way right with. Probably.
Lord Captain? So many colourful sparks are flaring to life and dimming all around you. It is a veritable ocean of emotions. There are so many of them that I can barely see the pure white sincerity of your words.
Cassia looks up in surprise, her ruby eyes staring at what she sees behind you. The primness of her expression cracks, revealing the great weariness beneath.
I can't even understand myself right now. Your words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here?
She places her hand on her breastplate.
At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities.
That is true.
And just imagine the things that await beyond, but my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Well, no, considering crime lords normally don't get ships, or get put onto ships, or in control of ships. Especially a ship this size. Would be lucky if the crime lord raid was very, very resourceful. They would have smaller frigates, right? That would be more along the lines of transporting goods from to and from places. But other than that, crime lords wouldn't have ships, right? Nobles would, and people who were affiliated with nobles, right, would be able to get onto ships, right? But other than that, right, not many crime lords would have ships. I would have to be a very, very bloody good crime lord, right? I'm afraid I must return my duties. I'm not in the habit of finding amusement at the expense of my people. Just remember, keep your emotions checked. I understand that you are going through. My own life was turned upside down not too long ago. What I find childish is the manner of your addressing me as if I were your friend, and your mistake in belief that anybody here would be interested. I would not dare make fun. But I would rather find amusement elsewhere. Perhaps I would rather we find amusement elsewhere, perhaps in the privacy of my chambers. Ooh. Oh, let's see. There. I was gonna see. Oh, look, I've got a coin, right? I'll flip heads as one, tails as two, right? Simple as that, right? Because the both more or less will be the same. Okay, it's heads, so it's one. Right. As it blinks in surprise, her eyelashes fluttering.
That, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
Okay, well, like I was saying, because Cassia blinks in surprise, her eyelashes fluttering, and a delicate blush will suffice. Suffuses right her cheeks. Struggling to maintain started a romance. Okay. Struggling to maintain an expression of polite indifference, Cassia covers her burning face and swiftly exits the room. I just came into a fucking room and forced somebody out. I don't even know what's happening. Like, you send this like miles away. Ooh, goods. Secret of the galleon conducting. Secret of the galleon conduct. How to express your feelings to a noble lady. Let's have a look at this. It's not that long to read. An admirer who seeks to favour the favour of a refined lady is well advised to maintain pointed courtesy and fineness in his every deed. An honourable admirer will never defile a noble lady's ear with crude or indecent words, and neither will he allow himself to conduct that could be besmirched her honour and sight. Right. What do you mean? What would you cost? I'll probably drop these then. No, wait a minute. Did I not have a look at this? Okay. Sure, and let's go back to this, right? Above all, the admirer should remember, right, that a relation begins with the right choice of words. Shower your lady with compliments, right, that will accent her fineness or finest qualities without putting her in a position of discomfort. A word chosen elegantly and spoken with genuine warmth may bring about a change in a lady's eyes as she looks upon you. Once your interactions have grown more intimate, always be sure to remember the simple rules of etiquette. For example, should a lady drop her handkerchief, her hand checker, the deepest expression of sympathy right for her would be to perform the following gesture. Pick up her handkerchief. Cha? It's a fucking handkerchief, right? So I'm going to just fucking handkerchief. And if that's how you spell handkerchief, right, I'm giving up on the world, right? Wait a brief moment, then bring the handkerchief right to your lips. Touch it slightly before returning it to the lady. This noble gesture will assure the lady of the seriousness of your intentions. Remember that a full-hour bud of true feelings takes time to blossom. Patience, loyalty, and impeccability in adhering to the decorums of nobility is key to earning the lady's favourable disposition. Okay. Let's see. Well, I can go over. Right, drop. Wait, you know what? Right, drop. These are all things that I should have dropped right during the last bit. I'll get to that shit and then I'll end the video there. No, because those were the doors that are opened. Unless there's a different part of the ship now. Probably a different part. Right, let's go back to the fight bridge. Leave the location and collect the remaining trophies. Ah, for fuck's sake. Are you sure you wish to collect the remaining trophies and leave this place? To leave the location and collect... Except... I'm going to leave them right somewhere right in the fucking inner city somewhere. Because if I can't get rid of them, I will fucking leave them. Right. Okay. Right. Let's get going. Right, we'll go to the ship. Unidentified void ship down here. Permission report. Lord Captain, members of the secret cult, right, operating above of the ship, right, have requested an audience. Do you wish to present gifts and introduce them to the captain? What cult? They call themselves the Blood-Spun Web. The cult defends the flagship right from both internal and external threats. Lady Theodora held them in high regards and looked favourably upon their activities. Sure. I will commence preparation at once, Lord Captain. I have not seen a video on this, so I must have missed it. Or the guy just turned them away. That I was watching. I think it was what, Cyril? real beliefs that I was watching. Oh no, I've got to be their friends. Oh, this shit, man. You are picking up those bodies, right? Look at these fuckers ready with the fucking chainswords. Yeah. Fucking share. And we've got fucking chest there. And that is a big ass table. No, unless this is part of the DLC. Those on the deck watching awe as the final figures move gracefully into the ceremonial pose. Some of the officers whispers in excitement, while others murmur prayers to God Emperor. Yous are sick. I want you to be part of me.
The undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children, and we obeyed. We obey still.
They fall silent as a tall, young woman steps forward. She moves towards you soundless, the dim light casting shadows across the masquerade which conceals her face. The undying Emperor commanded us to spin a web of blood around his children. Oh, I already read that. Don't have to go through that one again. The masked cultist repeats the words in a mournful whisper. We obey still.
Domin von Valancius, death has whispered your name. We disown Domin Theodora. We renounce our oath to her.
The woman's slender fingers have been fitted with a metal claw. She points it in your direction and the gaze right at you right from behind her bone mask with a... That's a bone? Oh yeah. With a cold and grim eyes right of an assassin. You gotta admit, that looks sick. But if that image is true, right, and she's a part of them, she's a part of the gene cult. Because they look like gene stealers. Could be wrong, but they look gene stealer-ish. Because that looks like free hands read in the back person, like here. She pulls out a sinister curved blade, and the similar weapon suddenly appears in the hand of her motionless companions.
And now we give the gift of our blood to you. It is the gift of death. Death has whispered your name. The followers of the tenets of the web swear fealty to their new overlord and offer proof of their devotion.
Right, the blades sing through the air. Rivulets of crimson flow onto the deck. The young woman bows her head reverently as she hands you a heavy parcel. The others bow their head as well. They seem unconcerned by the blood that trickles down their fingers. How much fucking blood have they got on their fingers? Like, that is more blood on that floor there than I fucking bled out. That I bled right when I split me head open or fucking had a massive gash right in me knee. Fuck me, pet.
We give you a blade. The silent verdict.
Oh.
The Undying One has chosen you to wield this instrument of death. We give you one of our own, Kibella. She will be your shield and shadow. And we give you the blood of these traitors. The tenets of the web will purify their souls.
Can we keep that one? He looks big and strong. But that is a lovely weapon. Brutal strike. Brutal strike and strike. Not much armor penetration, but 17 to 20 damage. That is a beautiful amount. Lore Imperium test success. You have heard many stories about death cults, such as this one. These devoted holy assassins of the Imperium have turned death into a form of worship of the Emperor. They are assembly slayers, invisible executioners, and the scourge of traitors, heretics, and fallen souls. Many righteous people honor them as voluntaries of faith, while others see their fearsome rituals as frenzied spectacles touched by madness. Examine the cultists. The cultists are all fireborn. Their lithe, sinew bodies are clad in light armor, which allows them to move with with an acrobat nimble grace, strike with an assassin's swift surety. Their red and black right vestments right adorned with sharp spikes and ritual jewelry, where time and training have worn right their garments right their bone. You can make out patterns of bleeding lacerations. Examine the captives. The prisoners cower beneath the weight right of your gaze, right blood drips down the tear-stained faces right of the captured officers, technomats, and workers. A word right has been carved into each of their foreheads. With meticulous precision, traitors, heretics, and apostles, renegade, the cuts have been diligent and regularly reopened to prevent healing. Haha. The technomats. The lower rank of tech priests responsible for minor mundane rituals that are nevertheless necessary for the cult's function.
These renegades committed treachery against their domin. Their lips once praised the name of Kunrad Voigtveer, but it is your name they will whisper as they cross over to the other side.
Okay. Interesting. So Davkul watches over my crew. They who honored the Emperor through killing, who devoted their every deed to serving him, sacred executioners.
The Domin has discerned our essence. This is a great honor for the blood-spun web. We have woven the bays of this ship together with the threads of our faith for many years. We keep the greatest relic, his tarot, through which he sends us his blessed revelations. We obey the whispers of the Undying One. This is our service to him. This is our service to you.
The Emperor's tarot cards, right? A lot of people do the reading through it, right? It's just like normal tarot cards, right? But it's the Empress ones, right? A deck of psychoactive cards bearing sacred and meaningful images. Tarot cards are used, right, for divination to predict in the future. They are believed to be able to capture images sent by the Emperor himself. In the hands of a skilled psyker, the Emperor's tarots can be truly a potent divination tool.
How interesting. Devout assassins who believe themselves to be instruments of a higher power. They revel in violence and cannot tell the difference between bloodthirst and piety. They follow their faith blindly, unaware of how closely they tread to corruption and depravity. Look at them. They stand on the edge of a precipice. The smallest push will send them plummeting into the abyss. You could be their downfall. All you have to do is push.
Right, a ringing sound fills your ears, deafening the noise from the world around you. Time goes still, a voice whispers seductively in the back of your mind. That is the would have been a corrupted weapon. Tell me about yourself. Are you the leader of the Bloodspun Web, or it's Herald, or Seven?
I am the second spinner of the Bloodspun Web. The honor of this title is bestowed only upon those who have ushered more souls than... It is shameful to speak of one's own deeds. I'm here to become your shadow, not to make boasts.
Ginabella Raid stops abruptly. She touches the slender fingers of her to the fresh wound right on her hand, right, and paints the symbol of a lock right across her lips in blood.
So you may offer the souls of these traitors as a gift to him. You have the authority to order their execution. Their blood will bind us together through him. For the God Emperor, the Undying One is death itself. The Undying One is duty itself.
Oh, for that golf came out of nowhere. Didn't even see it. Fucking that just snuck up on us, right? Kilabella, right, touches her sharp blade reverently to her lips. The captives tremble in fear, right at the sight of a weapon.
Give the order, Domin. Let a spinner of the blood-spun web undergo the test of a sacred trial.
The others echo her words, undergo from the beneath their bone mask. Undergo, give weapons to the traitors. It is times for her to prove herself.
A dagger that has not sliced through sinew is nothing more than a toy.
The cultists, they release the captives from their restraints and place weapons in their hands. Let's the final dance begin. Ooh, this will be interesting. I hope we're following. Wait, what weapon are we giving them? Las guns. What's that? A long las and they are traitors. Oh shit, you are actually playing her. And she's first. I'm gonna go there and just go in the middle. Yeah, that's better to say. It's just gonna be the exact same as my guy.
The shadows will be done.
Nice. What is that? Rain and blood. Death Cult Assassin's next single target melee attack splashes blood in a 5-cell cone behind the target. Death Cult Assassins ridden allies in infected area gain blood blessed effect. Every enemy in this area, including the initial target, suffers bloodstained effect. Both effects last 2 rounds. Additionally, all the cells in the affected areas are now covered in blood for 2 rounds. Whenever a creature interacts with such a cell, moves there or stands there at the moment when the effect is applied, it receives additional stack to blood blessed or bloodstained. Additionally, for every 10 wounds the Death Cult Assassin loses throughout the entire combat, each creature affected by blood blessed or bloodstained gains 1 stacked. Okay, and what is bloodstained? Creature suffers 2% more damage, and blood blessed. Creatures deal. Oh, okay, that's cool.
As the tenants demand. Killing
There's one.
pleasure. I shall
Jump there.
The other side awaits.
Ooh. Okay, well, that's the end. They've only got a knife. Haha. And you've got a pistol. Right.
Trust me, killing brings me no pleasure.
I thought I was going to watch like a cool ass right fucking battle scene there. Wait a minute, I've got more to fight? Oh, well, this is an interesting one for you. This is a nice little combat.
Your emperor won't save you.
Sure, go there. I'm going to do is, I'm going to charge there. Slice down like that. And I'm going to do that.
Thy blade be drenched in blood, and thy blessing flow through my veins.
Jump there. Do that. I'm going to do that. But apparently I can't do that, so I'm going to do that.
Trust me.
Well.
As the tenants.
Okay.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Oh no. You seem to have missed, my friend.
As honor orders.
Ah, that's what it does. That's kind of cool. I want their armor. Like, fuck wearing regular fucking what I've got. I want their armor. Their armor looks sick as fuck. A cut to the heart, a cut to the throat, a cut to the stomach. These wounds have been inflicted according to his pleasure. The blood of the apostates, right, will wash away the stains of the treachery, so that their souls may prostrate themselves right before the Undying One's throne and beg his forgiveness. Cabela right wipes the blood from her blade in one swift movement. I have acted with reverence and shown proof of my loyalty. Will you accept me? Domian Salvar right grant. Will you make me your shield and shadow? Your lordship, the spinners of the Bloodspun web are watching and tracking and killing fun enemies long before the Warhammer trade passed to Lady Theodora. However, The blades have been known to cut short the lives of highly outstanding persons. Swallows nervously, casting a fleeting glance at Gemma. But I certainly do not in any way condone the deeds of the deeply esteemed cult. I'm sure they must have had a good reason. The mass ram clears a fraud. These cultists rid of the scourge rate of sedation. They bring the unrighteousness to ruin. The enforcers respect the blood-spun web, for we share common goal to bring us light and his harsh justice to the darkest depths of this ship. Scourges of sedation or not, folks are afraid of them right for a reason. A couple of watches ago, these spinners took a train driver to pieces for some kind of ritual. I don't know what old Moloch did to earn that privilege, though. And who's going to feed his family now? Right, in the later it takes a drag right over his IO stick, exhaling a thick smoke right through his clean streets. But that's a lower deck problem. What matters is that the blunt spun web serves you faithfully, Lord Captain. Confessor Albert, a plump old man in the richer robes right of Confessor, adds respectfully, my predecessor once delivered a sermon about how the spinner saved his vessel from the servants of the arch enemy. The blunt spun web paid the price in blood, rivets of scarlet red that flooded the decks from bridge to village. They became the blood of the flagship, the pulse in its veins, and the beats in its heart. Their great sacrifice earned them the favour of the house von Facalsius. Not all the officers have been presented to me yet. The vessel was possessed by famine and pestilence. During the long warp jump, the flagship wandered right uncharted paths right in the Materium for 20 cycles straight. Servants of the arch enemy used it the despairing heart rate of the crew to infiltrate the ship, and death followed. The hungry became the hunted, right, and the famished became a feast. The exhausted crew was too weak and emancipated to resist the invaders, but then the spinners emerged from the depths. They stood alone against hundreds of foes, yet they did not falter. They did not sleep or rest as their blade tips danced through death. Though many spinners fell, the blood-spun web held strong until the flagship left the turmoil of the warp. I have heard, though only at a distance, the prayers of the spinners offer up to him. I have seen how their deeds fill people's hearts with confidence in the inevitable of his wrath. The blood-spun web loyalty to the Emperor is without question. That's their willingness to lay down their lives in the fight against the arch enemy. Okay. Although Lady Thunna then granted the cult an audience or brought a spinner into a retinue, she respected the blood-spun web and approved of its mission. It is strange that shadowy forms are swathed in darkness, and yet a radiant light burns within them like a scarlet flame. I think it is a good sign. It is rare to see anybody filled with such light, even among the servants of the faith. Confessor Albert, your lordship, as a humble servant of the Emperor, I am trusted with the higher honour of being the ship's confessor, or in other words, the highest spiritual authority on your vessel. I am here to oversee the purity of the crew's faith. I officiate the officer's chapel, and also look after the ship's requery. Do you know what? Yes. We'll take her into me thing, because she's got kind of a cool ability to spray blood everywhere. Gilbert's movements are slow and almost rhythmic. As she removes her ceremonial mask. Look, is that what you look like? Put your mask back on. Like, we can go back to having the mask on. You look better with the mask. The dark shadows of her eyes accentuate the deathly pallor right off her skin, which is covered in ritual scars. Henceforth from your shadow, don't mean Sullivan Glent. Falcalius, fucking, fuck the surname. An instrument of death right placed in your hands right by the Undying One. For so it was ordained, and so is Tarot's right forspoke. The young woman bowed her head once more. I also come bearing an invitation right from the Vizier right of the Bloodspun Web. He wishes you to know that the door of the Undying Temples are open to you. Okay. Are you suggesting Lord go down to the depths of the flagship in search of this temple? With all due respect to Lord decks of his servants and crews, they are not fitting for his lordship. Forspoken, what do you mean? What Tarot? He's the first among us that has spun the web of fear for 5-fold longer right than I have lived. Blood of the flagship's blood, my mentor and the teacher. 4. I'm not permitted to say if you wish to find a temple, you must walk the path of Saint Emmerich, the matriarch spider. Hers was the thread right that would become the blood-spun web. Okay. Her path began deep within the flagship, in the dark tunnels right of the thread's lines. And there is where yours must begin as well. The journey will be bring closer to the thread rid of web, closer to the undying one, closer to the understanding death. Okay, and why isn't he here? The first spinner is old. His abode is in the temple beneath the flagship's front line, and he has not left the lower decks for decades. Even a short journey could sunder the spirit right from his ancient body. I do not see the point in these riddles. Your temple is a part of my flagship. What is to stop me from simply walking inside? I will walk inside the footsteps. This is not the matriarch spider. Do you know what? I kind of wondering right if my guy can get cool shit like this, so I will walk. Your journey will begin in the darkness of the deepest tunnel. Okay, continue. The cultist retreats in the shadow as Kilby receives her ceremonial dagger. Your blade awaits direction, stunning something. We will speak again when the time is right. Okay. I'm gonna still attempt right to get to that void ship. Because I'm 100% sure there is the chance right of us getting a space marine. I want to know if this spaceship right is that. Void ship map. The rogue trader's ship right is a venerable city sailing right through the void. The ship has numerous compartments that you can visit and navigate these compartments right using the map of the ship. Which you can access from the main right elevator right on the bridge or from any compartment. Continue. Right. I want to get this ship done. Right, I want to get to this void ship. Right, and find out what is this unidentified void ship. Lord Carol, sorry to disturb you, right? The Pandora outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seemed to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I can master first thing as far as in any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. For fuck's sake. I think it's gotta be fine, right, for like use, because I'm gonna try to get this and cut this into like a shorter video or some shit. That chair is way too big. How fat do people think I am? The everyday sounds of the bridge are disturbed, disrupted right by the voices raised in anger. Hello, Midnight. Hey. Raised in anger. Abelard's voice right the loudest of them all. I am fine, Midnight, how are you? This is not the conduct right of an officer, right? These are antics right of a high-born brat right out on a log. Explain yourself, Lieutenant. Nice. What are you doing up at this time? It's like, isn't like midnight over at yours, so later. Gets the best of her. Yeah. So what have you been up to then, Midnight? The young woman standing before Eldrin strives straight before her mate, trying not to quail right under the onslaught of a superior anger. She falters but then manages to look him in the eye and say, I apologize, sir, but I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant, you may address the Lord Captain, right? Not least, right, because I see you have already seen fit to disturb him. Nothing much, just bored. Yeah, what, not giving with Doug much? No. Is work slow? Disturbing, right? Your unauthorized appearance right on the bridge, right, and display right vigilance towards a higher ranking officer will be logged in your personal file without delay. I don't go out much. Really, Midnight? It's fine, I don't game with Doug much either nowadays. And that don't go out much unless it's for work. Request, Lord Captain, Lord Lieutenant, Admiral Infantry, requesting permission ready to speak. Then full silent and on a matter of extreme importance and urgency. I want to hear a report, not shout much. Have 2 hours of big run for a few of the bridges unacceptable. As you wish. Man, I wish that was the case. The only women right that are looking at me right are coffin dodgers. Fucking old women that shouldn't be out of the house. And even some of them I don't think they're right at night when they look at me. Right, 2. I thought a drastic time to call for drastic measures. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit rate will be dispatched right to the lower decks, right, and order right to crush workers' strike right by any means necessary. But I am convinced right that this step is unwarranted, and that is the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers. Fent is almost trembling right with attention as she delivers a speech, with a face extremely pale. Abelard is no hurry right to intervene. Lets out a skeptical huff. Right, he glances at Saucer back, who is standing not far from him. She maintains a stony expression. You're a Brit and I'm a Mexican. All British men are sexy and Mexican men are like ugly. I beg to differ. You come over here, right, as a Mexican, right, man, right, midnight. You'll be hit on. Like if I went over right to America as a Brit, right, I'll get hit on. But in my own country, what I fuck get looked at. Right. And that may be the case for you over there. Right, with all the people right, that are in the UK, right, that are coming from foreign countries, I would say we would happily take right Mexicans if Americans don't want yous. Right. We love your food. We love your culture. Right. I can guarantee, right, that the people, right, from my work, right, would fucking... If you come to US, here come to my hometown. I'll take you across Mexico. Wait a minute, isn't that like a bar, right, or a restaurant down there that you said, right, like, serves, like, unreal, like, tacos or something? And I think you were joking on, right, that pretty much if I arrived there single, I would leave married. Alright. I always wanted to go to Mexico. You'd get a marry. You get to marry a Mexican girl. Doesn't sound bad, Midnight. But not Mexican girls love white men. That's the problem, Midnight. I think the Mexican girls, right, might love right white men a bit too much, right, and I don't think I'll be able to handle all that loving. Right, continue this. Lord Captain, I urge you to investigate the actions of the central right figures and intervene in what happened with the Lord Doubt because, pardon me, because very soon there'll be mutiny or massacre on our hands. Fence reels off right then to see them for some time. When she's finished, right, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard and you. Yes, you shall explain a big hurry, time is running out. Plus you were tall and I'm sure that... Now how short is short? Because over here, right, as long as you hit like about 6 foot, right, you're fine. But that's not bad, 5'7", that's... You know, that's not too bad. Just because you're 5'7", if you came over right in the UK, right, just because you're right, just because you're like Mexican, right, like I said, you came over here, right, you would probably, right, have people, right, rushing over you, right, same as if I went over into America, right, and actually attempted, right, to meet people over there. It'd be the same over there, just from stereotypes. It's like from where I work, we've had a few Mexican comedians come in, and the amount of times they've had to have security escort them out of the venue right into the hotel next door, just to stop right the customers right from like bomb rushing them. You know, and at least one of those was like fugly. So, you know, get yourself over on holiday. You'll be fine. If you don't have a wife, you'll soon pick one up. I will not hurry, since my competence rate is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the weird things done on the ship. One of the pillars of the system is worked here. As attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is a central straight role rate to ensure rate that, and I have always handled internal problems myself. So of course, when a matter in hand. So, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding on the lower deck, I took matters in hand. So, as long as I live, not one of the women who murdered Theodora found will find refuge on her ship. You were far too heavy-handed, raid, sensual, raid, arrest, interrogate, mass punishments for entire sector. It has driven people to the brink. Fancy as bitterly. Now there is a strike on the lower decks, and Depot 4, right to be precise. 3 working clans raid are involved, but many more are passively supporting it. The situation can degenerate right into an all-out insurrection, but when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. What is Depot 4? Depot 4 is one of the pro sectors in the lower stacks, right as home to the clan's general labourers. They are not valuable to the ship, right as the families who served during the specialised system for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now more. Besides, given the skill to cultists and minions of the arch enemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled, right, but at the worst, that means drunken fights and illegal rot-gut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We have done so again. If the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to the sector. It's located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on all neighbouring sectors. Nothing around shift was brought to you, and yet you seem hesitant to prove your own perspective. Look, Captain, unlike Lieutenant Vendry, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors, so Pac bows her head right Albert's direction. However, a moment later, as a serpent, I smile up on his lip. That being said, while I entirely share my opinions right on what faith, I must note that the insubordination is directly consequences to practices that he himself has introduced. I see that you decided to follow the Lieutenant example after all. Such behavior does not do you credit. Explain yourself. The ship's regulations state that the Master of Arms is responsible for solving all matters related to the ship's forces, and yet it is no secret that such a tenacity to show particularities. Those enforcers and officers who he deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage. I cannot deny Master's experience and insight. The Central has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head rate of their immediate superiors encourages disregard rate for hierarchy among your lordship servants. Today, an enforcer goes to report an order rate from the Master of Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow they will go to the Lord Captain to object the Central's orders. I notice a pattern in these actions. I see. Evidently my officers are anything but assigning the assembly of Utinian. I see no need to add anything. I acted within my remit rate of my authority. I get it exclusively right by the best interest rate of your protective, dead, fucking can't speak. Protective, fuck you word, and your personal safety. If you wish me to confirm the recuse rate of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. Right. I am certain I will have within authority, but I will ferry this down to solve his decision for myself. Lord Captain, I regret that your forces were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your horrors and sexual involvement. I consider it a duty to go to see the expert. Okay. Right, as soon as... Right, so... Okay, so we've got everybody. Now, we can't take me and Abelard off, but we can take everybody else off if we was so to say, but... Why not? We'll keep them all. Well, we don't need any fighting, but we shouldn't need any fighting. Oh, right. I'm gonna level this lassie up. Like... Oh yeah, like... Oh no, I've got to go to the crew quarters right for that, don't I? Ah, yes. Alright, well, okay, right, so... It's not too bad. I really do wish I could get rid of all this. Could you drop all this? And hope. I don't need. Right, there we go. Right, no, not you, you. What are you? Agility and weapon skill. Okay. So where's your helmet gone? Can I not have your helmet back? Okay, well, so Ross, your name is Ross, right? Yes, I forgot which Brit it is. Yes, my name's Ross. Callum is Nightmare, and Tony's Cryptic. Alright, let's see what I've got. You bloody mess. Anytime a fight-born character scores a critical hit, there's a 10 chance to double the damage. If abilities or talents uses the fellowship bonus, a fight character can instead use intelligence bonus if it's higher. Contagious look. Oh yeah, we keep saying we're going to play a game, right, and then we just forget. It's like I'm ever at work, right, or you're doing something. Does the phones each time with difficulties, parries or dodging an attack, all enemies with bloodstain effects. Open the veins. Okay. Sure, we'll do that. What are you on? 50. You're on 40. Do that. You. We'll do that on you. And once again we'll do athletics. Right, complete. Yeah, no, this always seems to be the case, right, Midnight, that we always seem to just miss each other. But I is going to call that there. Because it is now 5:30 in the morning, right, for us, and I need to get some sleep. I've got nothing else to do right tomorrow, right, but still want some sleep. Since I've just finished work at 11. Right, save game. And this is solo stream 2. Alright, save. Right, do I have you as a friend on Steam? I believe you do. Yeah, I've got you on. Yeah, I was about to say I've got you there. So I will talk to people later and hope you have enjoyed. Bye-bye. there. Well, I'll say bye in a moment anyway. Actually, no, I've got one more thing to go back over before I forget. Right, where are you? Yeah, that is. See if I can. Is it game capture properties? I change you to this. Don't get rid of them. Stick at that for the time being, but we'll close you. I need to capture. Screen capture. Add source. Add source. You were just capturing that. We're just capturing this window anyway, right? It's probably not the clearest right to be seen, right? But Square Enix has enacted new policies and they are fucking insane, right? Stupidly insane, right? Right, and they claim that these policies are protecting employees and take legal actions against customers for harassment. Now, they do start off, right, by saying Square Enix believes that the feedback, rating comments, rating requests received by our customers are essential to advancing our groups, essential to our advancement of our group's products, rating services, therefore are committed to strive to apply. The products and services, therefore we commit to strive to apply your voice in improving our products and services. And the company says that there are incidents where customers have acted directly or through Square Enix's support centers towards executive employees or partners and done things that constitutes of customer harassment. Examples that company provided included acts of violence, which yes should have legal action but against you, abusive language, technically me saying fuck, shit, cunt, bastards, and twats, bitches, dicks, right, is classed as abusive language. Intimidation, all the exact same words, right? Intimidation should be banned, right? Abusive language, warned, then banned. Trespassing, yes, legal action can be taken against trespassing. Discriminatory speech, depends on what it's discriminatory about. Stalking, yes, legal actions. Unreasonable demands for punishment of employees. It depends on what the unreasonable demand for the punishment of the employees is and what the employee did. If the employee hasn't banned somebody right unjustly, or has targeted right a person right for their political views, and then has deleted like their account and banned them from games and all that, and then the customers right have raged against it, right? And it's like, yeah, look, this person's overstepped the boundaries just because they don't agree with me political like views. It shouldn't be, right? They've went a bit like overboard, right? I'd have the fucking person right fucking fired. Right, where else was it? Right, Square Enix is now prepared to take legal actions against instances of harassment and says it reserves the right to cease providing services to the individuals that breaches guidelines. Square Enix isn't the first company to enact this kind of policy, and it's not surprising, right, to see it. Entirely surprising to see it as toxicity has in recent years digitally spiked online. Now, I wouldn't say this was more toxicity, this was more of a point. Even the game designers, right, who did this, turned around and was like, we only did this, body type A and body type B, for male and female, because that was the only way the Western publishers were going to allow them to publish the game over in the West. And if they kept it with male and female, it was only going to be over in like the East, like in Japan and stuff like that, and like in Asia. But from what people have said, in the game there are still the wording right for different types of armor. It's like, oh, this is male only armor, or this is female only armor. Then what's the point of saying type A and type B if they're still going to have the words male or female? Right. So that's like a valid point, right, on here. By all means, them kicking off massively isn't great, but the company turned around who made this game has tried to bury tried to like condemn, like bury right the video right of the person right who created the game, right, by saying it's like, well, we've only made this right because the Westerners right wanted it right to be type A and type B. We wanted it to be like normal, like male and female. Everybody knows what a male and female fucking body type is. Earlier, it's the Direct, Final Fantasy Direct, put out a statement condemning right transphobic attacks against a voice actor and asking players to refrain from personal attacks. By all means, transphobic attacks isn't great, right? And understand right doing legal action against that. Right, this comes in the wake of multiple other companies and developers experience harassments. Back in June, Ubisoft CEO condemned the hateful acts against developers following backlash against Assassin's Creed Shadows. And the tales right of whatever the fuck that is. Fever pitch of racism received at the game's launch. Now, in my thoughts, Assassin's Creed Shadows, they came out saying it was historically correct, and then when they found out right that it was not historically correct, they fucking shut down everything. Right there, it's probably the blog post. Okay, I'll see if I can pull this up and see what other right. Share allow. Right, unreasonable. So unreasonable response or request for an apology, including face-to-face response rate or request for an apology specifying the position of our employees or partners. Excessive request rate for the provision of products and services exceeding social accepted norms. Unreasonable and excessive demands rate for punishment of employees. Right. Persistent inquiries, repeated visits. Defamation, slander, denial of personality, right, personal attacks, including emails, contact forms, comments or posts on the internet, advance notice rate of wrongdoing, advance notice rate of obstruction of business. Right? Like, this. Yes. Right? This. Yes. Defamation and slander, you can't sue for that. Right? But it depends, right, if it is actually defamation or slander, that's what the trial's for. Persistent inquiries and repeat visits. If you're a gamer, right, and you've been in contact with this company, and let's see that they've said, oh yeah, you can have this free demo, right, to promote a game, and then when it comes around to it, you don't give out the thing, and it's like, oh, repeat persistent inquiries. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, you haven't given us the access code, no reason why not. If you have to do that, that's fucked up. Personal attacks, contact forms. Now, this is from what was described to me as like in the feedback forums, right, and stuff like, and forms, right, like that you normally get, right, like, oh, feedback for the game. If you turn around and say, oh, yeah, game's great, well, the game's good, but the story isn't what we're promised, or the story's great, but the gameplay isn't what we're promised. Apparently that would be defamation or slander, or a personal, and stuff like that, right? Advance notice of wrongdoing. So once again, I think that's what I was busy trying to say. Right, maybe. Not quite sure, right? Trespassing by visiting or staying in an office or related facility without permission. Yes, you can get rid of, you can legal action for that. Discriminatory speech and conduct regarding race, ethnicity, religion, family origin, occupation. Right, if I turn around and say, right, every CEO that I've heard of is an absolute prick, is that discriminatory speech? Infringement of privacy by taking pictures of photos or making video recordings without consent. Depends if it's in a public place. Right? It all depends on in what state. Right? Especially in America. Sexual harassment, stalking, and repeating stalking behaviour. Yes, that should be arrested. That should be prosecuted. Changes or exchange of product, or request for monetary compensation. Going to be, yeah, unreasonable. What do they class as unreasonable? If I've bought like a collector's edition right from fucking, yeah, from this company, I've got no idea what this company fucking sells. That looks like Final Fantasy. I'm gonna have to search what fucking Square Enix right actually sells. Like what games? Square Enix. Video games. Oh no, they produce films as well, right? But we'll go to the store, right? Right, except... Right, video games... Pre-orders, right? Let's see what the pre-orders are like. So Life is Strange, Double Exposure, right? That's not a very good one. You know, like... I'm trying to think of... Let's see. No, nothing. So you got all this shite, right? So, like, let's see if I fucking bought a collector's edition, right, of, like, Final Fantasy, right? Or whatever the fuck, right? Apparently the DLC, the newest expansion, right, for this, right, is apparently the worst DLC, right, that they've had. Right, the DLC, apparently, that they had right before this was great, right, for the company. Brought everybody back, but this one has made them lose people left, right, and centre. Don't know what each one of them were, right? No idea. But no, so, look at this shit, right? Pre-orders, right? Let's see, I got this watch, right? And it turned out, though, I got something right from them, right? And it just, I wanted to exchange the product, right? Let's see, I got this. So I got something that was around the same price, right? From the way people were saying, it seems like that I wouldn't be able to exchange it, right? Or request monetary compensation if they send me like a $2,000 right fucking figurine, right, and they break it, right, in delivery, right? Or if I get it, right, signed for it, right, and by the time I open it up, it's broken, but I've already signed the form, right, saying, oh yeah, I'm happy with the condition of it, without being able to look at the condition. They'll probably claim that's unreasonable. Unreasonable response or request for an apology. That, if the employee, right, have fucked up, right, they should have an apology, right? Excessive request rate for the provisions and products and services exceeding social and accepted norms. What are the norms? You need to kind of stay up what the norms are. Unreasonable and excessive demands, right, for punishment of the employee. If your employees, right, are fucked up massively, right, and are causing, right, more shit, right, than good, they should be punished. It's the same with any fucking job, right? If I call a customer a fucking country to the face, they're going to want me to get punished, right? It's the same way, right, if their employees, right, turn around, right, and tell me, if their employees, right, turn around and call me a dumb fucking cunt, right, because I've ordered, like, let's say I've ordered fucking this, right, and about a month, or like 2 weeks, right, before the fucking, right, the money comes out, right, for the deadline, I try to cancel it, and they call us a fucking idiot, right, or cunt, right, for cancelling it, right, pretty much last minute. I'm gonna be pissed, right? I'm gonna be taking screenshots, I'm gonna be sending it to fucking to head office, right, and it's like, yeah, look, your employee's a fucking bastard, right, for doing this, I want an apology from the employee raid that stated this, and I also want the employee to be punished for it. But the way right that Square Enix is apparently going through with this, let's see if I can see it. Yes. Aye. Should Square Enix determine that the individual is engaged in action against one of their employees or partners that exceeds social acceptable behaviour or is harmful, we reserve the right to cease providing support services or to refrain from providing our group's products and services. Where such actions raid egregious raid or malicious intent, Square Enix reserves the right to protect its employees and partners and take legal action, raid or criminal procedures, raid on consulting the police or a lawyer. Actions which Square Enix considers customer harassment or exceeds socially acceptable behaviour or is harmful include, but are not limited to, the following examples. Right? They will find out what your name is, whatever you're linked right to. So if I've got like, I don't play Final Fantasy, right, or any of the games, right, that were here. Don't think I played any of those. Might have played Dragon Quest, not quite sure. But if I play any of those games, and I've got my Steam linked right to Square Enix, and that bought on a call, that I get flagged as one of these people, they will restrict my access to my account, right, and remove any access to the games that I've already purchased, with no monetary rate compensation rate for the games that they are now forcefully taken off me, as well as removing my chance rate with that same account to purchase any other games from their company. And now because my Steam account's right connected right to my YouTube account, right, I'll have to use a different email address right just to attempt to buy a game. So let's see, Final Fantasy, right? But other than that, it's just fucking stupid, man. Right? If you're going to take off right people, if you're going to take the games off right people, I believe because they've violated right one of your rights, right, and you're doing fucking criminal law right against, right, like putting a lawsuit against them, or you're just refusing them to have access to any of your products without having a criminal suit against them. Yes, I want to remove that. I think you should be able to provide some monetary compensation back to them. Not all, right? You know, like what? I'm guessing this one's... so let's see if I... Fuck me, wait, is that how much it is on Steam still? Is that the right Final Fantasy? Oh, Final Fantasy Rebirth, right? That's the one that I'm going on to here. Right. Oh, it's got a discount on at the moment. Come on, right, click on it. Well, even Final Fantasy Remake, right, integrated. Right, so that's that one. On Steam, it is £35. £64. Or £65. I think you should be able to get the money back from what it is currently going for. Right? So if I've paid like 65 quid right for it, and that was it at pre-release, right? I think I should be able to get that back. But that is my opinion. It's not very company wise, but it would make the policy change more tolerable. But like I said, I'm going to end this here. I hope you have enjoyed, and thank you Midnight for joining me. And without further ado, bye bye.